This is my 5 minute, maybe a teensy bit more, morning routine as far as makeup, and it's very quick, it's very light, and you can wear it to the office, wear it for school, and it's definitely summer appropriate because it's got a little bit of flush to it. I definitely wanted to feature the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation, which is definitely more like a skin tint, along with the Easy Bake and Snatch powder. So these two together are going to be the stars of the show. Start off with your sunscreen, so always have that as your base. I'm going to go in with my primer now. I'm going to use Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm just going to smooth that all around. It is a nice moisturizing primer. Do my eyebrows. I typically use 3 products. I like to use a pencil, I like to use an eyebrow pen, and then a little bit of eyebrow gel. But I understand, like, if you're in a rush, you can use like one of the 3 and you'll be good to go. But I like using multiple products for my eyebrows. I find my eyebrows the one thing that I'm very picky about, so I'm going to push them up. I am using the Gwen Stefani eyebrow pencil first to fill in with light feathery strokes. Because I'm very picky with my eyebrows, I can never get them to be twin sisters. They're more like distant cousins. So I do the best that I can, and I just fill in with light feathery strokes, mainly up until the arch, using the Arches and Halos brow pen. And then I go back over, go a little bit more into detail just at the bottom towards the arch, just to draw it out a little bit further, make it a little bit more defined. And if I have any extra time, then usually I will probably go back and fiddle with them a little bit more, I find. But I'm going to leave it at that for now. And I'm going to just use some of my Ilia brow gel, and it's clear, just to give them just a wee bit more shape, kind of lock everything in, going for the whole soap brow look. Just maybe take a little bit of an eye pencil. I'm using the Can Make. This is a Japanese brand, and I'm just going to fill in my lash line a little bit. This is really tricky to do on camera. Definitely, if you're in a rush, you can leave the pencil as is. Go ahead and use your mascara. I'm going to use just my eyeliner because I changed my mind. I want to do a little bit more of an eyeliner. I'm using the CoverGirl eyeliner, and I'm just going to create my wing. This is very hard to do on camera. So, got my eyeliner on with my 2 wings. Lastly, I can do just a teensy bit of highlight just at the brow bone there with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, kind of like a highlighter pencil. Just gonna put a little bit either side, kind of blend that out a bit. Etude House is the Korean brand mascara with my Shu Mura eyelash curlers. So just gonna pump the lashes a little bit. Okay. Pop on some mascara, massage through using the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. And I believe, if I can find the box, I am in color Cocoa, that's 510. Gonna give it a little shimmy shake. Gonna put some just on my metal tray here. Okay. And I'm going to dot around my face there. Just going to use my beauty blender, my Real Techniques beauty blender. I'm just gonna aim around the center of my face and then blend out. I think definitely if you're doing like a morning routine, you're trying to keep it 5-10 minutes max, I think a skin tint or something that has a little bit more hydration, a little bit more water is going to probably work a little bit easier for you versus like full coverage foundation, unless you got a lot of experience, like you're like a pro. But if you're a beginner, you're just someone that is more interested in like really light makeup and you don't really have a ton of time, I feel like these type of formulas really work well for you. Will work well for you. Okay. Just trying to get it as even as I can. And I'm going to go in with some concealer. I'm going to use my Too Faced concealers, and I'm going to use Chestnut and Spiced Rum for my eyes. Go back in with first my Spiced Rum Too Faced concealer, and I'm just going to do a little bit of spot concealing. This is definitely a warmer toned concealer, so it's definitely more like my summer shade. Dot just closer to where the shadows are, darkest areas. I'm trying not to do directly on the crease. I am trying to just go below. I'm probably going to take a little bit more of Spiced Rum just outside. That like a couple of seconds to set, and then again I'm going in with my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just going to start blending all that out. I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Pressed Powder. I'm in the shade Cinnamon Bun, and this is definitely going to add some highlight. I'm going with a brush. I'm just gonna start locking in that powder. Or that concealer, the powder. I'm gonna mainly aim around the center of my face. Essentially the T-zone is where I want to be the most matte, and I want the luminosity more to peek out from the cheeks. I'm now gonna go in with my blush, and I am going to use Too Faced and use the color Watermelon Rain. Gonna use my fluffy Real Techniques blush brush. Gonna just sweep. Gonna pat and sweep. One thing I love about this blush is the smell. It smells so pretty. I love the smell of it. And I just pat and lift, pat and lift. So I'm kind of aiming like from under my eyes and just kind of going up a wee bit. And lastly, I'm just gonna put on a nice little lip tint. And the Bare Water Tint from Romanand. This is another Korean brand that I really love. And I'm just gonna place it on my lips. It's a really nice subtle pink. It's actually more like a mauve grape color. An all-nighter from Urban Decay. Okay, and I think that will be it. So that is my very quick 5 to 10 minutes morning routine, and I could do that extremely quickly if I wasn't breaking down and explaining the steps, but it's very easy to do. It's not a ton of products, and I think it's perfectly good for the office, for school, anything like that. You can get it done. Thank you for watching my video, and hopefully you found it helpful.